I don't know if we're live yet. Are we live? I believe we are. All right, we're live. So, edit multiple lines separately. Add thickness, color, or host. All right, let's do that first. I need to figure out how to cancel the line thing. Maybe press escape. That's really annoying. Maximum line length, maybe? Right now, let me see. Right now, when we're in line mode, right? So we're in section lines here. We're creating a line. All right, let's do the multiple lines first. So the rendering of the line should go in here. So we have a render here, right? Which doesn't do anything. We have the render here, which doesn't do anything. Here we have render path, right? So instead of calling render path here, let's see, if I create a path like this, it does that. And as I'm drawing things, it does this. All right. Trying to think. So, step one, let's create some default points for each line when we're creating the line from scratch. So handle add, section handle add, and handle add just creates a new, whatchamacallit, a new component. Data section handle component, class. And we could just throw in options like this, boop, and opt, like that. And then editable line, it's options passed in, equal opts dot points, or that. I think I have to do it like this. Oop, and like that. All right. So now handle add. So handle add is called where. Get UI element handle add. So section handle add. So what we can do here is something like this. Dot call this, and then we'll do the default options like that. And then we can do something like, lines obviously don't have a value. Silly. So don't even want to pass this in for now. Right? And points. RC2 string. So input move line render path is throwing line points. Render path. Where are we updating the points on the line? Dot points. But, oh, it was line points. So we're just pushing RC values on here. Right. So if I do something like this, that should just work, right? Nope. Standard properties undefined rate push. Okay. Handle add, editable cage. Nope. Don't care about these. Handle add. Here we go. So handle add points. Handle cage plus canary properties of undefined reading push. '84 push. New component class. Component class component equals this. This. Call this. That should be correct, right? Render part. Where's the rest? This window. So this dot call isn't doing what I thought it would do. It's call and apply, right? Ah, wait. But is it already bound? Ah, wait, I'm an idiot. It is bound. Well, it's not bound, but this one was. Or it was specifically unbound. This sectional lines. Okay. Don't know why it doesn't get printed out from here. Handle add. Section handle add. Lines. This dot name. And this dot name comes from here. Alright. Don't know why this here doesn't print anything. It's a little odd. Anyway. Alright, we get the option, points array. And then eventually we were hitting toString on editable lines. So editable line toString, this dot points, RC toString. Category properties of undefined reading to fixed. Whoop. Nope. Reading to fixed. ToString 2240 area map rc.toString. RC toString. Pretty sure. Oh, come on. Take me there. ToString. A.R. Oh, it's not an RC. It's okay. So I'm adding RC values. All right. So I just have to convert them to RC format. I should standardize these somewhere. All right. Boom. Now, to render the lines, we need SVG elements. So I can't just use this. And we also need to be able to remove them. So one of the good things about this was sort of centrally managed. But then for the cages, we have the same problem, right? So editable cage renders itself with svg.renderCage. But how does it remove itself? It doesn't, right? So I guess it makes sense that the line gets its little empty path when we're creating it. So this dot part equals, no, not section lines, in the line itself. This dot part equals SVG renderer, and SVG renderer comes out of app. Simplify that a bit. All right, path attribute, blah, blah, blah. And D, we can just leave out. All right. Boom. And then when we want to render the line, handle add, wait a second, handle add, components, element components, all right. So after handle add, I feel like I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be. So it should be on this list, right? Here. So we should be able to just do this. Render. Boom. All right, and then this should get called. And we should get a call to editable_line.render. And then we want to update that same way we're doing it in render path. So this dot part. Let's see if maybe for a change I won't get copyright struck today. So line points would be this dot points. And boom. Boom. All right. And now the idea being that we also have to remove them, but we can potentially do that in a full single clear pass. Now the question is, how do I edit them? Oh, yeah. So this obviously changes now. I'm guessing we're just adding line. Well. One second. So if I press plus here and I plus again, and then I click here, it starts over. Okay, so that's okay, so that's the problem. So into input down, it's using line points and it's doing all this stuff, right? So let's just skip all this for a change, right? We'll skip it here as well. Like this. And input up, I don't think we're doing anything with yet. Right. So now nothing happens, right? So handle input down. Gotta be careful I don't lose track of where my coffee mug is. Is drawing true. So that all becomes irrelevant right now. So we just want to find the current component. So boom, click. Alright, and if I don't have one, there's no component, right? So then this drawing line port started to C is equal RC is equal. So we want to see if basically this was our delete check, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do that differently. So for now, let's just add the line. So we're just gonna do component.points and then component.render, and that should update the component. Now if I create a second one, and I switch here, okay. And we probably wanna do that not just for button. If I click this, for example, what do I get? Option. If I click here, div. Div. Cell. Div class. So if I click here, we're not inside a cell. Ideally, we would listen to the events in a more structured fashion. Man, I've struggled with this the other day as well. Ideally, we have a dedicated drawing area and we just check for that, but right now I don't have that. So I guess if it's a cell or game. So if target.class name. Oh, it's actually, wait, class list, right? Class list, cell.value cell, and class list, can we do contains, right? Contains token. Contains. Is there other stuff I can use that place contains one for any keys, values, contains. Alright. If class list dot contains cell, if not this, or game, return. We'll do this, shorten this a bit. So now I should be able to click here and create another one, and then click this one, go back to this one, and continue. Okay. So step one, maybe make a note here, to do limit drawing region more specifically. All right. So that lets us draw and render. Now we had that marker. I think the marker is still around somewhere. Let's find it. All right. So section. So I'll probably just do this here as well. Point marker. Like that. All right. So this should get us a point marker. Unexpected token. Ouch. I think that's what I accidentally deleted there. Let me just double check. ATTR, right? Yep. And it starts from fill and ends at D. Yeah, I want to do this here as well. Just structure it a little bit more evenly. All right. Boom. There it is. Okay. Hiding and showing it, we'll worry about that in a moment. And then marker transform. I think that was our thing here. So now we basically want to find if there's a point on the line that's close. Or actually, yeah, let's do a close one. So we already have a position here, right? This is on down. Now we worry about moving. So we have the same thing here. No. App framework. Put that here. All right. We'll do this. Move. Did input move. Let's check for component first. All right. I think so far we're still good. All right. And then here, that should currently not fire. All right. And then we go here, update marker. All right. So now we want to look at the component points. And at our current target RC. And that should tell us where we're at. All right. All right, so we have target RC, and we have these. Now, I think these are, it's gonna be hard to see. I think target RC is 0 based, right? So let's find the closest point. I'm just gonna do something like this. No, what am I doing? I'll look through these. Do I have RC distance? I think I do. RC dist, right? So that will give us distance. All right. Let's just find the shortest distance, right? We have to loop through all of them. We have to track the point and the distance. Oh my god, I hate that. It's so stupid. Oh man. Okay, min dist equals number dot max integer closest point close to 1. Let's do this. All right. So let dist if dist is less than min dist, min dist and closest point close point. I think that's good enough. Then we can just do closest point. And we can probably put this out here as well. Still gonna be pretty spammy, but hopefully not as spammy as that. Undefined, undefined, okay. If dist is smaller than min dist equals dist. Closest point equals point. Very strange. Point, dist, min, dist, closest point. So we have a distance. Minimum distance is, oh, this is not the thing. Number dot max safe integer. Did I misspell that? Max safe integer. Min dist equals dist. If dist is smaller than min dist, which should be true. So point, distance, min dist is not a thing. Okay. So we have two numbers now. We have distance, minimum distance. Oh, okay, now. Did I really integer? Did I misspell something there? Alright. Probably. So we now have a closest point. We don't have to print all this out anymore. Okay. And now, what did I call it? Not path part. Nope. What did I call it? Point marker. This is point marker, blah blah blah. So if target RC, it'll be closest point RC. And we probably want to output that. Because something isn't quite right. So, translate. 64, 64. All right, let's have a quick look. So this is an overlay. Path fill none. No, where's the marker? Pointer marker. Overlay. I'm guessing these get erased somewhere along the line. Alright, so we probably need to stop doing that. Unless we want to re-add them every time. One sec. Anywhere else being removed? Well, it's not there. All right. Where is it hiding? Nope. Point marker. Point marker. I mean, it's right there. Alright, let's not do this for a sec. Yeah, it's not here. Okay. Target point marker dot parent element. Point marker overlay. So this overlay gets erased somewhere along the lines. That's the only exit I see. I'm trying to think. So I'm creating these sections. It's not the right place to create the marker, I'm guessing. All right, let's get a little spammy here. Why are these always open? I keep closing them. They keep coming back. So we have the point marker. Let's see when the render function gets called. Render part. So section lines.render doesn't get called at all. Maybe update UI? Thing is, nothing is deleting those items, so where do they get removed? So we have tool enter. We have handle section change gets called. Handle. Where's handle section change? Change section. Nothing gets deleted. Section update UI. So point marker is created there. We're changing section. Oh, getting hot. Hey, Directionary. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. So it's not just me and the spammers. Let's see if I can remove these guys. Remove and report. Why is it harder for me to report a spammer than it is for the spammer to post their spam? This is a bit of a design fail, Google. All right. So I'm guessing this stuff happens way too early. So we probably want to do it inside update UI. So update UI. Section update UI. So update UI is only for that. Render parts, and then render of the parts. Where is it even called? I mean, for the section lines.render. Yeah, so handle component change doesn't happen till there. Why does handle component change not happen here? Oh, because we haven't changed the component. Yeah, we haven't created a component. We probably want to do section.render as well. To be honest, we want section to .init or something like that. So we have section.render. So I'm guessing in here. Change section. I don't want to have like all this duplication, like enter section, exit section, start, stop, bada bing, bada boom, all that stuff. But the section needs to obviously know when something is happening. I mean, the other thing I can do is in here, we can also look at the point marker. Because we probably have to remove it anyways, right? Handle input move, closest point. Boom. Point marker is null. How does point marker become null? What the F? We're never assigning null to it. When does point marker become null? This is ridiculous. All right, let's just make this a little bit saner. Update point marker. If this dot point marker null. If not, that should work for undefined and null, right? Then we can just do this. All right. And then we'll update the RC as well. Just do this. Let's see. All right. And then we can just do this dot update point marker target RC. Blech. Yeah, 408. Ah, okay. Now that's obviously not the closest point. Yeah, it's target RC, exactly. That's what I thought. There we go. All right. Now the yellow circle will let us know which biddy we're looking at. And might actually make this a little chunkier. And we want to be able to click on existing points to erase them. So we don't actually, yeah, we do actually want this to be on target point. On target RC, right? So this should be a delete, and then this should be a whatever, right? And then we can maybe modify the marker accordingly. So right now, so forget all this stuff. Get all this stuff here. This might actually be better. It's So the yellow is just our cursor. I still don't know why these don't align perfectly. That's so strange. So when we're going input down, we're doing this. So basically our marker position, get draw input. So we're doing this thing here. Is equal. No, it's not what we want. We want component dot points dot find p where rc dot is equal g target rc. Right? If I click on this versus this, so that's undefined, this is not undefined, that's find. So wait, target point equals this. If target point is undefined, then we create a new point. Otherwise, we remove the point. Else dot splice let idx equals index off splice idx 1. Right? But now if I click this, I can delete any point, even the ones in the middle. It's a bit annoying, so I might have to like add a bit of a snap, and I can't break a point in the middle. That might be another one. Like, hey, if the line passes through here, or maybe there's like a control click and it finds the two nearest points and just breaks them in half or something. I think that might make more sense. All right, so that is a little saner. So now I can delete this one and create a whole new line here. And I can say, oh, I need to straighten this out. Now, we probably then want to do, if I put a mouse down, and then I can drag the point and all that sort of stuff, right? So, probably what I want to do is, as I'm updating the little marker, we're gonna have a little highlight here. And then we'll do highlight, I don't know, 6 else 3. And then we'll do the same thing for the color or whatever. And R, we could also do kind of highlight. Or highlighted, we'll make it a little bit larger than when we're not highlighted. Right? And now we can do this thing as well here. On move, right? Target point, and target point is not was undefined. Defined. Right. So now I got an unexpected token. Exactly how I planned it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put the bracket in there. So, put a line. Nope, nope, nope. No highlight. Why not? Because we're not changing these things. Ugh, I'm an idiot. All right. So we probably want to set these after the fact. Ideally, I don't have to change this then, and just the whatever, maybe color and line thickness or whatever. So we'll probably do this. Stroke width. No, we'll just do this here. This here ditty. And we probably, after clicking, we also want to update. Right, so as I click, it should update. Like that. And if I unclick, it should also update. Like that. Like that, yeah. So then I can see if I'm about to delete. And then maybe we can change the color or whatever. Worry about that later. Alright, update point marker. It's getting spammy. Alright, so now currently it pre-builds the line with points, which we don't actually want. Unless, no, we don't want that. So, we don't do that. Boom. And the first click looks like it's not doing anything. But if, instead of just rendering the line, I also draw little circles along the line, then maybe that makes more sense. Be nice to do this as a single path. So I have a couple of options. I can create a group in the SVG. I can create just a bunch of little thingies, markers and all that stuff. Or I create a singular path. Trying to think what would be the quickest. Well, the quickest for now would be to do nothing. See, what I'm thinking is the first point, it would be nice if it was showing. I guess what I could do is, if this points list, so if I do something like this, right? And if I say if points.length was 1, then points equals points 0 twice. So I basically just inject the first point twice and render that instead. Because then I get a dot. I think that makes more sense, yeah. The one thing is I cannot draw on top of a point. And I'll definitely will want to do that. So there might be a kind of like, yeah, you see, like I couldn't do a perfect closed shape because the moment I click on the last point. So there might have to be something like right control click or something like that to actually erase the point. Why does the lot? Oh, because now we're not updating that anymore. Interesting. Okay. Well, that actually works pretty well. I don't mind that. It doesn't look too bad. The UI doesn't get updated. There's a lot of stuff that is currently not really working very smoothly. This probably should be inside the handle update UI. Components. No, not update UI, handle add. Actually, handle component change should probably do this. Components push. Let new component. No. Let new component equals component. Type fast and then correct slowly. And then we could just render it. Here we go. Boom. 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 So this component render ain't working. Because it doesn't have, no, it is working. We just don't have an initial point at that stage. Now that isn't working either. So after we're modifying the points, this dot update UI, yeah. And I guess if we have no component and I try to modify one, handle input down. So if components if this dot components should we just have a function, something like dot get selected, or just get component? Right, and then that basically does this thing here. So this component return component, and here we can just say components. We're probably using it for something else. Nope, we're not. We can just say components equals this dot get component, right? And then we can say if this dot components dot length equals 0, we first want to add a component. And then we just do this. So we ought to add a component if there isn't one. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. Yeah, or no right click on mobile, so if I can get away with keeping it mobile friendly, I'll try. I might have to give it up in the end, but for now, I'm gonna keep trying. Alright, I'm gonna have to start cleaning up some of this rubbish code. All of this, move, update markers. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of all of this. 4, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. Boom. All right. So I think it's time to start adding some additional properties here. So in the cage UI, we have this extra bitty here. So cage section has get UI element and does all this. So here we have get UI element and we do this. So we want to definitely add something here. And specifically, we wanted to add multiple lines separately. So that's done. Let's just remove it. Add thickness color arrowhead props. Alright, section to the height last 10 point. Got rid of the 10 points altogether. Show marker dots and subgrid. I think I'm gonna put dots all over the thing actually. Like literally 1 pixel dots. Show highlight on next dot or selected dot. Or delete dot. Yep, that I've done. Okay. So we need, let me bring up my reference. Hey Mark. Yeah, I mean, in principle, I feel there's... Why do I have selection suddenly? Uh-oh. Shoot. Oh, because I'm in a different section. Alright, forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, the way the CTC editor handles that is simply by having a list here. So if you're adding points, you have to go into this list here to delete them. And I'm not sure yet if I want to have text entry for points. I'd rather have them to be draggable, right? It could also be like a long press, because I'm going to grab it to drag, for example. Let's try that quickly. So instead of deleting an input down, right? We're gonna blip blip blip. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this dot drag point equals, and I'm in the wrong place. Drag points equals target point. Right? And we just want to update this one here. And we probably want to update this one out here. Highlight if target point is not equals undefined. Right? So now, if I click here and click here, nope, equals undefined. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So once we have a drag point, and we gonna do on input up, we're gonna get rid of it. And what the heck? All right. So handle move. Before we do this, target point, just a drag point. We don't actually need this, and we don't need this for now. We're gonna just do if drag point. So go to log drag. Now this should only fire if we actually have movement. So we're not getting to this dot drag point. And where are we not? Oh, wait. So now, okay. So I could, all right, I know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be great. You just see. Double tap to delete. Yeah, double tap is tricky though, because it's probably gonna be smaller than your finger. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this to work on mobile well, but I don't want to design in a way that if I want to put in the effort later, I'm gonna have to redo everything, right? Probably a long press for delete, right? Or you tap it and it gives you a little, it selects the point and it gives you a little cross button or something, and then you can press that, you know? So it's not exactly a double tap, but it's like a tap and then press the delete, you know. So basically I could select it and then it brings up a little delete button or down here or something. Or I just have the list of points here as well with the delete next to them. But what I want to do instead right now is so we can do object.assign this.drag point target RC and then we do component.render and we're gonna update this one as well. We might as well update this one before. Alright, so boom, boom, boom. Ooh, doesn't like that one. Target point is not defined. Target point. Ah. Yeah. When we're dragging, we probably want to look at drag point, right? Now we're talking. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. So I made a crooked arrow. Now I can fix it. All right. That works. And that console is busy. Okay. Double tap as delete, yeah. So now, right now, we obviously don't have the delete. If I tap it once, what if tapping it once does a little bit more than just that? I'm just thinking, the delete button could literally be the same spot, right? So it would in effect be a double tap, but quote unquote a slow double tap, right? So I tap it once, like this, boom. And right now, the highlighting isn't updating. So the highlighting, target move, this dot drag point. So target point. Equals undefined. It's not equals undefined. If this dot drag point or target point, boom, boom, boom. Highlight, right? Now imagine I click it once and then the marker morphs once again. So for now, let's just I've got a cramp. Ooh. I mean, ultimately, I need to come up with a smoother way of showing different UI elements, right? Ideally with a separate SVG layer and all that stuff. But right now, I'm just going to muddle through. God damn it, I'm sorry, I'm really uncomfortable because my leg is itching and the chair is terrible and all that. I really want to be able to modify the radius though. So, and to modify the radius, I have to update this. And I don't really want to update this every time I move the damn thing. But to be honest, at this point, I might as well, right? So instead of doing the translate here, instead of doing this, we might as well do this. Might as well be here. And this would just be rc.c, rc.r, like that. Right. And we don't need the transform anymore. We don't need that. Ooh, R is not defined. Yeah. As well. Well, it's not used there, so I'm gonna move it down. Well, let's leave it here. Right. Just the same. And we can do something like size. So highlight equals true and size equals 0.1. I can do this, right? And then if I click once, which is target point. Actually, no. If the click only works if we didn't move, right? So this has drag equals false. And then here we go. This dot has drag equals true. And then on up, we can do this dot has dragged. And we're going to reset this to false. So this should be now different up. So it has dragged is false. Has dragged is false. But if I drag this and release, it's true. Right? Then we can do if not this dot has dragged. We gonna, and then else we do all this. Well, not all of this, right? And then we're gonna do this. This the target point. True. 0.3. What does that look like? What do you think? So instead of that, imagine this is a highlighter, right? But because the drag point is still set, the moment I move it, it disappears. Which we don't actually want. Yeah, at this point we want to stop dragging. The problem is we still need the drag point. So we're gonna make this dot selected point equals boom. So we have a selected point now. And now, so now the dragging should stop. What's this error, by the way? 273 rc.r update point marker. When is RC not being passed incorrectly? Oh? Undefined true. 254. 273. And 352. Yeah, but I'm not here now to draw pretty icons. I just want to get the functionality working, and then afterwards I can prettify it and all that. In case you haven't noticed, X's require a different path, and I can fiddle for half an hour to get the path right later. So, this dot drag if not this has dragged. If not this has dragged. To be honest, we probably want this in the end here. And input up. And we're just gonna use if not has dragged. We're actually wait. Hand point up. If not, if this has dragged. If not this has dragged. If this dot drag point and not this has dragged. So boom, boom, boom. 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 And if I click it again, this dot delete point. The moment we're moving, though, we want to remove delete point. Okay, so if I do this, I click here, delete point undefined. If I click again, we have a delete point. But the moment I move, I want to erase the delete point, right? So this dot move, if not did input move return. If we did move, this dot delete point equals false, equals undefined. So the moment I move, the delete point gets reversed. Boom. And if I click now, no delete point. But if I click and then click again, we have a delete point. And we can do if this dot delete point is not equal to undefined. Now we can do the delete. Delete point. If idx is greater than -1. Do this. And if we're deleting at this point, we do want to update the marker. So we basically want to do this, but false. And else we do this bitty here. And we still want to render the component and all that good stuff. Right, so boom, boom, boom. Tap, tap again, delete it. Tap, tap again. All right. And then we can come up with a different gesture for splitting. I mean, people aren't going to do masterwork drawings here. They're just going to do an arrow and they want to just, oh, you know, they don't want to restart. And the arrows, you know, restarting the arrow is still, that's how the current editor works, right? And fpuzzle is even more unforgiving because with fpuzzles, any stray click will immediately erase the whole arrow, right? All right. So now let's add. What was I watching? Oh yes, Picard. So we have thickness, color, and I want to manage arrows just with a toggle, basically. Because otherwise they're exactly the same. The only difference between these and the lines are the head length, right? So, we have a thickness, this plus minus control. I think there's something we can use. HTML number input. I think there's like a little toggle up down thingy. So we can do input, type, number, editor, lines, thickness, and we can probably do something like tag, label, content, thickness, children, something like that, maybe. Thickness. All right. And we probably want to clean up this form. Yeah. I think I can sort that out with CSS. And we probably want to do something like just put these in a container like that. Something like that. So, when thickness And now, obviously, you got to do all the nice things, color, blah, blah, blah. For now, let's just keep it simple. Input type, checkbox, arrow. Thickness, arrow, line, arrow. Boom. Arrow. Boop, boop, boop. I'm wondering if I do a head length, I might as well just have sort of a special control that goes to 0. If the arrowhead is 0, it's not an arrow or something like that. I don't know. And thickness will default to whatever. So if I do this too, it'll be like that. Right. And now, passing it through, we're just going to look at how the cages do it. So this one, we have this handled cage value change, handled cage value change. So instead of doing this, we're going to do a singular handler for all of them. So query selector. And we probably want to do something like class line prop. Something like that. I'm just going to put this at the end. All right, then we can do dot line prop here. For each input. Alright, just change. I guess this handle prop change. Let's see. Let's see where that gets us. Oh, I hate doing UI. So much UI. And it could be so much nicer, you know what I mean? Maybe I should do it in React or something. For each not defined. I know I can just turn it into an array, but like iterate over DOM element collection. Do I really have to turn it into an array first? Oh wait, I didn't even do an all. Maybe that's all I need. Nope. For each not defined. Query selector. All. I mean, I know it returns a collection. Can I... How do I iterate over them? So it says for each. Query selector all, return value. A non-life and one element. Each object for each element that matches the list. Query selector all. Maybe I just forgot the dot. Maybe I'm an idiot. Okay, so now if I change this, okay, I gotta change event, and if I change this, I also gotta change event. Okay. Alright, so what am I gonna have to look at here to find out what's changed? I guess I'm gonna have to look at the object itself. Event. So input. So that's the target. Args are empty. Alright. Not value. I think value should work for all of them. 3. On. on. Meh. On. Alright. Let value value equals let lm equals event dot target lm dot type equals checkbox checked or dot value. Whoop. So lm.id do I even need these here? Don't think so. Just do this, right? And name arrow name thickness. So lm.name value. Is that good enough? Arrow true, arrow false, arrow true, arrow false. Thickness 3, thickness 2, etc, etc, etc. Alright. So now we'll just do the same thing as we did before to get our component. Instead of select component, we want to do get component. Yeah. Select component. This dot. Alright, we don't want to look at all that. I gotta clean up so much here. I'm trying to kind of do a bit of the good old rapid prototyping. Rapid prototyping, yeah. Alright. All of this, I can probably delete half of this code in the end. So, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Thickness, boom. All right. So the line currently is being rendered. So normally this highlighter, I would like to do it in a different style, but we also want to represent what the line will look like. So I guess this dot thickness equals dots dot thickness or 3. Now, we have to be a bit careful as well that whatever we put in here is represented, because in the actual spammers in the actual final render, because there's some weird stuff happening in the old CTC, etc. So I have to make sure that, you know, width 3 actually is width 3, because it actually might not be. Stroke width. Boom. So, stroke width is not being updated. Render this dot thickness. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm not actually updating the property yet, so that won't work, obviously. We are also not re-rendering. So after we're updating this, component.render, and then here we go, component lm.name equals value. I hope I can make that work. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What a chunky line we've got here. Oops. Alright. So, arrowheads. That's a little bit of a painful subject for me. Because I'm currently using a specific way of rendering the arrowheads. I don't know if I like it. Alright, let's... Colors. Ooh. Colors. Ah, you know what? I'm gonna do a little cup out here. Color. And I'm gonna do it the American way. Input type. Text. Input type. Number. Input type. Number. Range. Search. Isn't there input type color? There we go. Oh, that's so cheaty. Name. Color. And editable line. Color. This color. And color. Stroke. Well. Right. And ooh. Hey, look at that. Ooh, I got an extra point here. All right, you in front. And I want to do this one purple. Bada bing, bada boom. It's not a life update, but whatever, you know. Oh, and we probably want to make this one. Ooh, undefined, unknown action type. What? Go. Oh. Ooh. Isn't that supposed to handle the keys? Info. So, boom. Handle keys. Return. Tag name. Input. Return. True. God damn it. Why is this going through to the puzzle handler? Key handlers. So, key handlers, keyboard event, document.active element equals enter cage values. We don't care about that. Tag name equals input. Excuse me. Input. That should true. So if it's true, if tag name equals input, return true. Handle key, and then we hit this. These should not fire ever. 2-0. Well, let's see where else we're coming from. G3738. So this handle tool key events handlers. Handle tool key if this dot tool key event handlers. Alright. So let res equals this. Res if res turn. So we draw a line and then we press a key. Handle to key handlers is false. Well, that's not true. Get it? Get it? It's false. It's not true. Port event or port event. False. Oop. 0. Port event false. Handle tool key handlers. Handle key down. Key handlers. Handle key handlers. Key handlers. Boom. Return. True. Let's do the same thing here. Let res equals this. Oop. Res. And res. So, 220. Res is undefined, but here we're returning true. So somewhere between handler.call and this, we are failing. Handler, key handler. So that's this function here. Equals input. Return true. Oh, wait. It's because this is fine. Wait. Section handle key. Section handle key. Oh. Oh, wait a second. Handle key. Return false. I think that should do the trick, right? We still get through to here. Wait a second, what? What is going on here? Section input true, res false. Input return section handle key event. What section? We should be on the correct section here. Section lines, right? We're hitting handle key in here somewhere. Handle key. If event key is still at this point, return true. Ugh. I'm a numpty. Alright, that means I'm getting tired and I need to stop. So yeah, now it doesn't fire anymore. It doesn't update the line right away though. So let us get rid of all of this. Boom. Make sure I don't leave anything in script.js. That would be bad. Oh wait, I have changes in here from yesterday. Darn. Hate it when I don't clean up after myself. So res right. So after we've changed the value, component render. So we should be hitting component render here. Handle key. Section handle prop change. Because typing in there doesn't change, doesn't fire handle prop change. Find rem. Move handler rem handler selector. So add handler lm change input, I think. Maybe that's all we need. So if I do this now, and then if I do this, hey, look at that. Colors. All right. All right, it's a start. It's a rough start, but it's a start. All right, let's clean some of this stuff up here. And what else is spamming here? Probably want to do that breath now. Actually, no. So, log, drop, change. So, that'll be name, component, whatever it is, and value. Right? Something like that, right? Then key handlers, we want to silence that. Yep. What else do we want to silence? Drop, change, section line, handle key. Definitely want to silence that. All right, let's see if I can change that visually quickly. So instead of passing a million different things in here, update pointer. So instead of doing that, type. All right, and then here we're gonna do default target point. If target point equals undefined, we pass in highlight. Otherwise, we'll pass in into string. And here, same thing. And highlight, boom. Okay. So the marker gets updated. We have a type now. Size is not defined. I get it, I get it. So size isn't even used here. So we'll go down here. And now we'll do switch type. And then we have a couple of cases. We have the default case, which is, you know, the usual stuff, which is basically this. And then we have highlight. So probably what I'm going to do is and we're gonna do make a little function here there. So all right, let's just keep it simple. I'm just gonna copy that in here. We're gonna do a default case. Basically has the same stuff. And then later on we can see if we can make that work a little bit differently. So highlight would be a stroke width of 6. This would be a stroke width of 3. Don't need the translate. We have our path here. Right. And that should do the trick, actually. R has already been declared. All right. Ooh, height is not defined. Oh. All right. So now this is supposed to be highlight. And the highlight is supposed to be of a stroke width of 3. And then we're just overwriting it afterwards. So that's a bit silly. Alright. And now if I do this, boop. Yep. You see that's not a highlight anymore now. That is a... this drag point, target point. Handle input move. If this dot... If this dot drag point, then this will be delete or del. Instead of highlight, maybe I can come up with a shorter string here. Fuck it. Else, if this dot else, target point. So drag point and delete. This is actually going to be easier like this, right? Or target point and highlight. Or empty string. Or probably just leave it out, because then it's going to come back as undefined, right? Drag point. Are we not... Wait a second. This drag point should... That's what it's using to figure out if we're gonna delete that point here, right? Handle input move. I'm in the wrong bloody place. You guys didn't say anything. Just let me flounder here. So, drag point or target point or target point and highlight. And then here, if drag point, if this dot drag point and delete or target point, blah blah blah. All right. Nope. Unexpected token. Nope. Target RC is not defined. So, boom. No. Target RC is not defined. Yeah, never mind. What am I doing? Delete. Just like that. Alright, and now we need a delete style. And here come Mark's special request. So, what I'm gonna do, I've done X's before for the pen tool, so I'm guessing that's just what I'm gonna do. So, we're going to R equals 0.3. And that should give us a diagonal line, right? Something like this, I believe. Undefined is not iterable. RC to path data, undefined is not iterable. RC, area of arrays, RC to path data, RC to path data. Why would that not work? Undefined. Pretty sure the array passing in is fine. And that's, oh, no, it's not. I'm missing a couple of commas here. The problem is, it then redraws it. Wait a second. Wait a second. So, go here, click. Minus plus RC to path data. The R here should not be cell size defined. Why do we still have a circle? Set attribute D. And we forgot the break again. Gosh. Really too tired. Ah, here we go. So basically what I'm gonna do is this plus yeah, this plus this. That's all we need. Then we want to change the color, right? So we probably want a slightly larger stroke, and we want a different stroke color. So we're probably gonna do something like and then we're gonna do something like stroke. We're gonna do default values here. Oh, stroke will be that, and stroke width will be a 3. And then here we're gonna do keys at for each key. Key. Right? And we can ignore all these for now. This one, and this one, and this one. And then here we can do etch stroke width 6. It's different from default. Everything blows up. Need to go shopping. I'm on pizza duty today. Update pointer. Yes. Expected number A undefined. Yes, and yes. We probably want to do default D of whatever the circle is, right? So we're gonna do let R equals that. We're gonna do default here. that. And then E equals whatever this is. In fact, let's change it now. Oh, something is not color coded right. Something is not the right color. Don't think that brace needs to be there. So we have a highlight. Okay. And then finally, here, we're gonna do this. Right? Aha! Okay. And default, we don't need to do anything. And stroke, we can do whatever, you know, crazy red. Something like that. Stroke width 6, for example. I can click on here, I get a nice big red cross. Boom. 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 Alright. Hey Thuna, just on editor to replace the old CTC editor. So now I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit of how to do line editing. So I can grab the points, move them around. You know, change the colors. Change the thickness. Oop. Okay. It's getting harder to find the center point. Maybe a little too thick. It's actually not easy to find good colors. Not too dark and not too bright. I think the moment I have to move away for it to cancel, yeah. If I do this, the movement will cancel it, but if I click elsewhere, I need to check that for touch. I can't really cancel by moving. I mean, I can for niceties on desktop, but ultimately we want that to be mobile compatible if we can. Okay. So drag point, don't need to output that anymore. 259. So that one, and the other one is 368. All right. Code has become a bit of a mess. Let's disable the drag to undo the delete, the move to undo delete. Right. So if drag drone has dragged, assign if has dragged delete point. Yeah. So if I get rid of this, so I do this, then I click here and then I move. It will still delete. If I remove the update of that. So if I do this, click here. Okay, so now this should reflect how it works in mobile. So if I press here now, it should not delete, right? So when we're trying to instantiate, execute the delete, which would happen here, we also want to make sure we haven't moved, basically. So let's dot delete point. And rc dot dist delete point and target rc. So 1, 2, 3. Delete and go elsewhere. 4.7. So that's in cells. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Anyway. So if I go here and I'll click again, delete point is 0. The distance. Alright. So if delete point is not equals to undefined and is equal to 0, or is less than 0.1, let's say, less than 0.05, this might have to change. And then this, the delete point, was undefined here. Was undefined. And we won't need this anymore. So that way you should be able to mark a point for deletion and then just click anywhere else. But we don't actually want to create another point then. Yeah, so we actually want to nest this. Yeah. If... boom. And the up, and we update the point marker anyways. So, delete, do this. Continue. Delete, delete, continue, delete, delete, but cancel. Okay, so that way we can cancel on mobile basically. But we can also keep this here for a nice desktop experience. Right. So our point marker is really kind of our cursor. There's a lot of code at the moment, but most of it is superfluous. And we can clean that up, and then we can reuse a lot of this for the other tools, hopefully, as well. What was the other property, right? We had thickness, color, or arrowhead props. So we have thickness, we have color. Now, arrowhead is a little bit trickier because I have to figure out if I want to render the arrows as true arrows in the rendering engine, or if I just want to fake them up right now quickly. I'd like to do it like basically route it through the engine to make it work exactly the same way, so you can, you know, what you see is what you get in the editor. And then I have to go back and make cages work again, because I sort of still working. But we've learned a lot working on the lines. So for example, creating a new cage automatically and all that stuff. Still spamming, didn't I remove that? So let's see, if I do an arrow from the center or line like this, then I want to say make it 6, and I want to make this, you know. Now, what I actually want to do is presets, right? In fact, that's probably going to be the main way for people to interact with it. So we want to have something like, let's see. If I do this here, presets, preset, preset, type is select, and then I need options, right? Type is input select. And we want option value German whispers, let's say, right? And let's, I don't know, let's say palindrome. Ugh. Children, option, children, class line prop shot. What did I screw up? Reset. Content. All right. And then on the prop change, if element.name equals preset, do one thing, otherwise do the other. And here we do, here we could do what? Tired. I am so tired. Value, switch value, boom, case. Palindrome. So palindrome, and we probably want to default to custom, right? So we'll come like this, presets or, well, just blank, right? Palindrome, boom, break. Arrowheads should be rendered through the engine, otherwise transparency will not display correctly on the segments. Yeah, the only thing is, right now I'm not rendering them using the raw features, so I'll have to do some finagling to make that work properly. Palindrome, boom. So, preset, case palindrome. Element, color. I don't know what the palindrome gray is. Whatever. So, we get a line, and we make it a palindrome, and it's gray. We make it German whispers, and all the green, and all that sort of thing. This is just a... It's just a draft, a rough draft. Something like that, right? So we have a line, we have a palindrome, and we have German whispers. And, you know, or we make it custom and we make it whatever. And then it'll switch this automatically to custom and all that sort of thing. All right, I'm running late. I really got to get going. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. This was supposed to be a 1 hour stream. I don't think it is. It was a 1 hour stream. Where do I find how long the stream was going? It was a little longer. Sure. All right. We're making progress. We're making progress. It's going somewhere. It's going somewhere. Yeah. Usual things. Subscribe. Like the video helps out. I'm still trying to get the channel up and running. Patreon if you can. Patreon.svencodes.com. Always appreciate it. And obviously hanging out and chatting also really, really helps. Google likes that sort of thing. Take care. See you guys in the next stream. Have a good one. Bye-bye.